Hello everybody, so what we're going to do today is prepare the strawberry planters for the strawberry plants that I have outside. So we bought these from Amazon and there are I think 6, and so you literally just stack them on top of each other like that. So you can get a lot of plants in a very small space. The only thing with these is that they have no drainage holes, so you don't want that because it will waterlog and essentially drown your plants. So what we're going to do is drill some holes into the bottom, and for that I'm going to use the drill, naturally. And there are other ways that you can punch holes into these, so you could either heat up the bottom with a lighter and then stab something through it, or just use brute force. But you have to be careful because it is plastic and it will probably shatter if you do kind of just hit it. So we'll see if the drill will go through it. I imagine it will. This is a drill bit for steel, I think. So let's just start drilling some holes. So literally that's what we're going to do for all of them. Maybe I might drill a couple more in there. And it's going to take some time, but it will make sure that the strawberry plants don't drown, and that is more important. So you don't have to worry about the drill bit being dulled because it's designed to go through metal, well this one is in particular anyway, so plastic isn't going to be a problem for it. So I'll get on with that, and then once all of the drainage holes are in, then we can go outside and start filling them up. So I'll be back. So now that all of the pots have had the holes drilled in, as you can see at the bottom. Now it doesn't have to be perfect, of course, it just needs to be enough that the water can drain out. Now we can go outside and fill it with compost and then put our strawberry plants in and then put it in somewhere sunny and then hopefully harvest some strawberries this year. So let's go in the garden. So this is the bag of perlite that I have bought. It is 100 litres and it doesn't actually weigh that much, which kind of caught me by surprise. But you can kind of fill it up. So it really isn't that heavy, so I don't know really what to make of that, but it was about £30 I think for 100 litres, which is massively cheaper than it would be if you got it in a garden centre. So what we're going to do now is pour some of this into a bucket, take it outside and then mix it with some compost to then put in the strawberry planters. So let's cut the bag open and pour some out. So this is what we've got, and it feels like air. Don't really know how to explain it. It doesn't feel like stone or anything like that. So it is very dusty, so if you've got carpet or anything precious, probably don't pour it out in your house like I did. But yeah, let's go mix this with some compost and get started. So what we've got here is a plastic box and the perlite, and we're going to put some compost in the box. And I've lost my spade, which is not ideal, but it is what it is. So instead we're going to use my hands and a fork, little fork thing. This. So we've got this one, and we're going to add this John Innes #1. We're going to pour that in the box as well. And usually it wouldn't be too bad just to use the compost as it comes out the bag, but we have had horrendous weather recently in this country, and it has been raining non-stop for about, it feels like 6 months. So everything is waterlogged and the water is abundant. We do not need it to hold too much water because it will drown everything. So that is why I've bought the perlite, in the hopes that it's not going to kill all of my plants, and hopefully it will help them keep their roots nice and healthy, but we shall see when the plants have been planted up, I suppose. So it's mixed enough. I don't really know how much to add, so we'll start with that. Another good thing about adding perlite is that it looks quite nice. Like the colours are really pretty. I mean, it's just white, isn't it? It's just bright white, but I think it looks quite nice. So I think this will do. Looks alright to me. So time to add it in the strawberry pots. This is where a spade would be far more useful, but oh well. So this here is our strawberry planter potted up with compost and perlite, and it seems pretty cool. It's not very stable at the moment just because it is on uneven ground, but I will find a pallet or something to put it on, and hopefully that keeps it steady. I was going to plant up the plants now, but it is cold and so I want to go inside. So I'll do that tomorrow morning and then I'll show you the final result. But so far it's pretty cool. And yeah. Oh, and just to protect the perlite that is in the box and in the bucket, I'm going to cover the box and take the bucket back inside. I do not want to get it sodden with the rain that will probably turn it. So yeah, that's it, and I'll come back tomorrow and we'll finish this off by adding in the plants. So hopefully this little thing is as good as it looks and we get a really cool tower of strawberries. So I'll be back tomorrow. Hello everybody, so we are back and it's a nice sunny day, which is nice after about forever of rain. And here are our pots. So we've got the little strawberry plants ready, and they are pretty messy. Like these are the ones that I need to finish, and so these ones have just had the like dead leaves and stuff pulled off, kind of like the remnants here. And so all we're gonna do is just put these in there and just see how long it takes, I suppose. So I'll show you the finished product once they're all done and back in their place where they're going to stay. So let's get going. So this is an example of the root system that they have in the little pots. You can see that they're quite tight. So I'm going to loosen the roots a little bit, so when it actually goes into the big pot, then they can spread out a bit more easily. And just go from there. So these are the finished pots, and as you can see I've put 3 and 3 rather than having the 6, and I've done that just so that the rest of the plants that are around it can get enough sunlight. And there were 2 additional ones in the little pots that didn't have enough space, but that's fine. There is a slug. Okay, that's got to go. I'll get that in a minute. And then put him somewhere else where he can't eat my strawberry plants. And so yeah, this is really cool. It's a really good use of space if you've not got that much space, which I don't anymore and many of us don't. So yeah, hopefully this continues to be as good as the start is. It's a helicopter. And that the plants grow into it. So the really cool thing about these as well is that because this middle bit is kind of like open, I suppose I could put little ones in the middle of these 2 top ones. The roots have enough space that they can go like under where the like under here, which obviously plants aren't going to grow into. So yeah, I'll keep you guys updated and we'll just continue to watch them and see how they do. So hopefully they get enough sunlight. I'm sure they will, but time will tell. And yeah, that's all for this, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.